Hello, and welcome to Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. I'm Daniel Pineda. We have a great program this week. We have our news stories, community bulletin board, 55 plus news, and part 2 of an interview with Mary Glass. She is the tree preservation advocate. But first, a social media reminder. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. Also on Facebook and WERA 96.7 FM. And now on to our first news story for this week. Arlington County's COVID case site has reported the following data as of July 5th. The total case count on that day was 54,161. That's an increase of over 900 cases from the previous report 8 days earlier. As for vaccinations, we examined Arlington County's vaccination tracker. As of July 3rd, 201,301 Arlingtonians aged 5 and above have received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. They show that figure as 88.8% of their estimated eligible population of 226,754 Arlingtonians. 25,453 Arlingtonians remain unvaccinated. Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for 5 through 11-year-olds is still available at the following locations. Arlington Mill Community Center, that's located at 909 South Dinwiddie Street, and Walter Reed Community Center, that's located at 2909 16th Street South. Walk-ins for 5 through 11-year-olds are available Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. In addition, free Pfizer and Moderna COVID vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months by appointment only. For more information, consult the Arlington County website. Arlington police were kept busy during the July 4th weekend as nearly 36 vehicles, all Hondas and Acuras, had their airbags stolen overnight Saturday into Sunday in various neighborhoods, including the Roslyn and Pentagon City areas. Here are some extracts from an Arlington County Police Department crime report. Larceny from auto, July 3rd, 2022. 1300 block of Fort Myer Drive, 1300 block of North Oak Street, 1200 block of South Nash Street, 1100 to 1300 block of South Arlington Ridge Road, 1600 block of 28th Street South, 1100 block of Arlington Boulevard, 1500 block of Arlington Boulevard, 1600 block of South Joyce Street, 900 block of 15th Street South, Army Navy Drive at South Lane Street, 1300 block of Arlington Ridge Road. At approximately 1:15 a.m. on July 3rd, police were dispatched to the 1300 block of Fort Myer Drive for the report of a suspicious vehicle. Upon arrival, it was determined the victim heard her vehicle's alarm sounding and upon looking outside observed a white van or SUV stopped next to her vehicle. The suspect vehicle then fled the scene. Upon investigating, the victim observed her vehicle's window smashed, but nothing was reported stolen. Officers canvassed the area and located 3 additional vehicles with broken windows and airbags stolen. During the course of the day, police received additional reports of larcenies from auto and the county. The investigation determined an additional 34 vehicles had their windows smashed and airbags stolen overnight. All vehicles were Honda and Acura models. There is no suspect's description. The investigation is ongoing.
On a more positive note, our next story is about Roslyn Live Cinetic Theater. Here's their release, A Midsummer Night's Dream by Cinetic Theater, On Thursday, July 21st, Cinetic Theater will kick off Roslyn Live by performing their immersive take of A Midsummer Night's Dream. This playful adaptation of Shakespeare's timeless comedy features Cinetic's trademark wordless storytelling. This fantastical, darkly playful game of love, mistaken identity, and the supernatural was honored with 9 Helen Hayes Award nominations when it was first produced in 2010, taking home the award for Outstanding Ensemble and Outstanding Resident Play. Since then, the production has performed to great acclaim in 2013 and 2015 and toured Mexico for the 2014 Festival International. That's on Thursday, July 21st from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. at Central Place Plaza, 1800 North Lynn Street. That's enough news for this week. Now it's time for Community Bulletin Board, or CBB.
Hi, and welcome to CBB. Our first CBB event is from the Arlington Public Library. It's called Tween Maker Club, Duct Tape Pencil Bags. This program is for kids in grades 6 to 8. They'll learn to make new things, get new skills, and make new friends. No registration is required. Attendance is on a first-come, first-served basis until capacity is reached. For the current policies on masking, see the Library Operations Update. You can call 703-228-6330 for more information. That's on Wednesday, July 20th from 3:30 to 4 o'clock p.m. in the loft at the Cherrydale Branch Library, 2190 North Military Road. Our next CBB event is also from the Arlington Public Library. It's a chance for adults and kids in grades 6 and up to explore the depths of the ocean through cinematic storytelling. They will focus on films where the sea plays a leading role. This time, the movie will be The Secret of Rowan Inish. John Sayles' most popular movie ever is the magical tale of a girl whose search for her missing brother brings an Irish legend to life. 10-year-old Fiona is sent to live with her grandparents in a small fishing village in Donegal, Ireland. She soon learns that the local legend that an ancestor of hers married a selkie, that's a seal who can turn into a human. Years later, her baby brother washed out to sea in a cradle shaped like a boat. Someone in the family believes that the boy is being raised by the seals. Then Fiona catches the sight of a naked little boy on the abandoned Isle of Rowan Inish and takes an active role in uncovering the secret of Rowan Inish. For the current policies on masking, please see the Library Operations Update. That's on Wednesday, July 20th from 2 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. at Aurora Hills Branch Library, 735 18th Street South. Now here's another Arlington Public Library event. It's called Into the Little Blue House, and it features Wendy and DB. As teaching artists, Wendy and DB know the importance of learning new skills and developing motor skills in young audiences while having fun, building friendships, and keeping curiosity alive. With 4 award-winning albums and special projects that include community and schools, this diverse and inclusive duo is empowering youth and building community. Wendy and DB's concerts include puppets and props, which creates an interactive experience for kids and families. There is plenty of moving, jumping, and exploring through their educational and innovative songs. The duo's 5th and latest album, Into the Little Blue House, is releasing in fall of 2022 and examines historical concept of blues and the childhood experience in an authentic blues style. You will surely want to sing and dance along. For the current policies on masking, see the library operations update. That's on Wednesday, July 20th from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. in the Campbell Room at Shirlington Branch Library, 4200 Campbell Avenue. In case you can't make it to that performance, there's another one, also on Wednesday, July 20th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Columbia Pike Branch Library, 816 South Walter Reed Drive. Our next CBB event is called Fix Nearly Anything. Do you have small items around your house that are broken or need repair? Perhaps your favorite pair of jeans needs to be patched, or an old lamp has seen better days. Don't just throw them out. Figure out how to fix them. They'll have a sewing machine, jewelry parts, hand tools, and more on hand, as well as some inventive library staff who will be happy to investigate with you. They have a limited amount of replacement parts. Therefore, they suggest that you bring your own, such as lamp sockets, plugs, or zippers. They do have a disclaimer. They'll do their best to help, but they cannot guarantee that your object will be completely fixed. Drop by any time between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. during the open shop hours. All participants must have a library card in good standing and complete a maker-user agreement prior to using the shop equipment. For more information, call 703-228-7718 or email lib-makers@arlingtonva.us. Registration is not required. Assistance at this event is first come, first served. Make sure you RSVP to receive an event reminder. Once again, for the current policies on masking, see the library operations update. This is for kids aged 14 and up, as well as adults, but participants aged 14 to 17 must have an adult present or have a maker-user agreement signed by a parent or guardian. That's on Thursday, July 21st, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. in the shop at Arlington Central Library, 1015 North Quincy Street. Our final CBB event is called Middle School Activity Arlington's Got Talent. I'll just read their message. Hey, middle schoolers, you want to show off your hidden talent? Well, the floor is all yours at our monthly open mic event. Got jokes that'll really make us LOL? Magic tricks that'll make us go OMG? How about a voice that'll have us saying YTB? That's you're the best. Well then, make your way over to the Westover Library to show us what you got, because we know Arlington's got talent. No registration is required. Attendance is on a first-come, first-served basis until seating capacity is reached. You can call 703-228-5260 for more information. That's on Friday, July 22nd from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. in the Longfellow Room at Westover Branch Library, 1644 North McKinley Road, Suite 3. Now it's time for 55 Plus News.
Howdy, and welcome to 55 Plus News. Let's start off with another 55 Plus walk. Stay active with friendly walking companions. You'll explore nearby trails and neighborhoods in a safe, socially distant manner. Destinations may be changed or excursions canceled for inclement weather. This time the walk will take place in the Lubber Run area. You can register online at the Parks and Recreation website. For more information and the meetup location, call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 914-106-08. And that's on Wednesday, July 20th from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock a.m. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Next up, something kind of heavy. The Rise of Vladimir Putin. Take a deep dive into how the fall of the Soviet Union helps explain the origins of Putinism and the popularity of Vladimir Putin in contemporary Russia. Stephen Barnes, Associate Professor of Russian History and Director of Russian and Eurasian Studies at George Mason University, will discuss this topic. The presenter will be appearing on screen via Zoom at the center, or you can watch the live broadcast at home. Just sign up based on your preference. You can register online at the Parks and Recreation website. The activity number for the live show is 914-400-14. That's on Thursday, July 21st from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. at Lubber Run Community Center, 300 North Park Drive. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Now for the virtual version, it's the same day, same time, only the activity number is 914-400-15. Next up, summer is the perfect season for an ice cream social. Here's a chance to spend an afternoon enjoying ice cream and trivia with friends at the Ice Cream Social. It's sponsored by the Langston Brown Advisory Committee. You can register online at the Parks and Recreation website. The activity number is 914-899-02, and that's on Friday, July 22nd from 2 o'clock to 3:30 p.m. at Langston Brown Community Center, 2121 North Culpeper Street. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Next up, it's called Winning a Blue Ribbon at the County Fair. From jam and baked goods to flowers and vegetables to photos and crafts, this presentation from Kirsten Conrad with Virginia Cooperative Extension will answer your questions on what, how, and when to submit your county fair entries to the competitive exhibits. You can register online at the Parks and Recreation website. The activity number is 914-400-22, and that's on Monday, July 25th from 2 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. at Lubber Run Community Center, 300 North Park Drive. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Finally, in 55 plus news, Appalachian Trail Stories. Now, the Appalachian Trail is a 2,200-mile footpath running from Georgia to Maine. But who built this trail and why? How was it maintained? What interesting stories are told about the people who have hiked it? Arlington resident Tom Curtis will answer these questions and describe what it's like to trek along this world-famous path. You can register online at the Parks and Recreation website. The activity number is 914-400-08, and that's on Monday, July 25th from 11 o'clock a.m. to 12 o'clock noon at Langston Brown Community Center, 2121 North Culpeper Street. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Anyway, that's all I got for 55 plus news.
And now, as promised, here is part 2 of our interview with Mary Glass.
Mary Glass has been active in advocating for preserving trees in Arlington for more than a decade. She currently serves as the chair of the Arlington County Civic Federation's Environmental Affairs Committee and has been active with many groups and individuals promoting the enhancement of Arlington's urban tree canopy. How are you doing, Mary?
Great. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
Well, in addition to those accolades, I have been a resident of Arlington for more than 44 years. and moved here because it was so beautiful, so many trees, and such a beautiful natural area. And it stayed that way, and I think that's why people want to move here still, that it still has wonderful qualities. But I think I, like a lot of people, started to feel that there was some problems, that the trees were being removed too quickly and without enough thought, and that there were things that could be done. Now, individuals are working hard to try to preserve trees in their neighborhood and on their yards and be aware of what the health needs are of their trees. But we need to do more as a community. And I think we can. I think there are tools out there that we can use if we want to take advantage of them.
Okay.
We worked on zoning, county management, equity, and incentives. And at that meeting, they came up with a ranked order listing of things that they thought ought to be addressed and that more action should be taken on. It was very exciting to come up with that list, and out of that, the next question I got was, okay, when do we start?
And were any of those recommendations one of the top recommendation there that you think were one of the key ones that you guys could get started with?
Well, I think there are several. In each of those groups, there will be important ones. Some of the general needs were things like we need to have new tools to control erosion and provide this green infrastructure that can be so effective. If we can't incentivize developers and give them some other reason to keep trees, it's going to be hard to turn that ship and make it go in a different direction. The financial resources to be able to do programs is very important. So making sure that the finances, wherever they come from, public, private, grants, whatever, that we need to have more money devoted to this problem. Then a better role for the county at taking leadership and coordinating their activities. Now, we know that the county is not the major landholder, but it is a major landholder. And they can do a better job in managing their activities to preserve trees and plant more. Many times it's said, well, we can't do much about it because, the developers have the right to develop the property under state law, and so we really can't regulate it. But in fact, just ignoring that, there are things already in county ordinances and county practices where we could make a big impact. And that's what we were looking at with this collaborative.
Absolutely. And so what will happen next with all these findings and recommendations and things that you all have come up with?
Well, as I mentioned, we're going to be putting together what are essentially action groups, again, under the umbrella of the Civic Federation, although some people who participate may decide to go off on their own and do some of them, which is fine. But our goal is to further refine, come up with specific proposals that can be taken to the larger membership of the Civic Federation and create resolutions that can be taken to the county. The county really does listen to the Civ Fed. Sometimes they don't make the decision that we'd like, but they really do listen. And so it's a very good way to get important issues on the table and discuss more, and that's what we need to do. In addition, I think that we need to press the county to really do more organizing, funding, really taking the lead to speak out for tree preservation. There is so much that can be done, and as I mentioned earlier, if you can preserve a tree, it's worth so much more than planting young trees. And there are so many opportunities on public land to preserve trees. Right now they're doing a lot of stream restoration work, and in the process taking down hundreds of trees to regrade the streams, and there are less damaging approaches that they can take. So that's just one example. And in every department, if we have a leader, we call it a tree czar, who can watch across all departments and coordinate the activities so that something that can be easily done without a lot of expense to preserve a tree, that we take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And it sounds like there's a lot of education that needs to go on about the importance of this as well.
Yes.
So Mary, did you have anything else to add? We really appreciate you coming out today, but did you have anything else to add today before we close out here?
Well, I think, talking about sustainability, again, it's so important. I know that for county government, they have many, many important issues on their plate. They're worried about affordable housing. They're worried about having enough housing overall for people. Health issues. There are so many important issues that they're trying to address. And trees sometimes can seem superficial, but they aren't. They have real value to our health and our happiness and our economics. And so I'd like to see trees become a higher priority and encourage people, public and private, to participate.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for coming today, Mary. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And that concludes this week's show. We will be back next week with more news from Arlington. Meanwhile, be careful, be safe, and be well.